Hi. Hi, I got the wrong screen on. So, hi. Welcome to Readers in the Making. Today we're talking about why cozy book nooks, why cozy spots for reading matter for kids. Hope you stick around.
Welcome to Readers in the Making, the live show where we celebrate the magic of books and the joy of helping kids grow as readers. Whether you're a teacher, a parent, or just someone who loves fostering a deep, lifelong love of reading, you're in the right place. Each week, I will dive into actionable tips, creative strategies, and inspiring stories to help you nurture confident, curious, and excited readers, one page at a time. I'm Trina Debery, your host and biggest cheerleader in the journey of building readers. So grab your coffee, your notebook, or maybe even your favorite book, and let's get ready to inspire the next generation of readers. And hey, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's dive in.
Hi. So today we're talking about why cozy book nooks matter and how to do that on a budget. So, first of all, let's talk about what's the difference if we have like a cozy spot to read or we have, just the couch or a chair. This is the thing. Kids like to feel like there's some kind of play or imagination or magical kind of thing occurring. And they will often read longer if they feel like they can kind of make it comfortable and enjoyable. And I've seen it with my own eyes. I used to have my kids start off with like independent reading time. They would, because we had a reading time every single day in my classroom. And often, many times, kids would actually ask for it to go longer. They would be like, oh, when the time was up. And I'm like, yes, that was the best thing. But they would sit, at their desk. And I would strategically, when I start to notice that people are like getting a little antsy, or if I'm like, I can see this person is like so invested, and I would tell them that they could go move away to the couch or they could move away from their seat, usually was. I had a couch in my classroom, so I had a comfy spot. They all loved to be on the couch. I also had a boat. It was from FAO Schwartz. Someone had given it to me when my son was born, and it was like a really large, like cushioned boat, and so like kids could lay in it and read in it, and they loved being in that. I had a tent in my classroom one year. I had like a gauzy kind of tent another year. They like to read under the table. They like to read under a desk. They liked to like anything that felt like a nook. I know I had a teacher friend who had a bathtub in her classroom that kids got to read in with like pillows and blankets and stuff like that. Now, you don't have to go crazy like that in your house, and maybe you don't have the space to do that. But anything like that works. And those gauzy kinds of tents or whatever are not super expensive, and you can do them in like the corner of a bedroom where it kind of comes down, and then you have like pillows and blankets and stuffed friends in there. And those kinds of things make it more exciting and make it feel like I'm relaxing and I'm enjoying myself. And it just brings a little bit more motivation on. So when I would tell kids they could go away from their seat, they would sustain longer periods of reading. And then other people that were like maybe not reading, kind of just pretending to read, would be like, oh, and they'd sit back up and they'd like, all right, I gotta get focused here because I want to move away from my seat, because everybody wanted to move away from their seat. No one ever really wanted to stay at their seat. There was a few every once in a while that just stayed, but it was very rare. Everybody wanted that comfy spot. And I know in the media centers I was in, I made so many comfy spots there as well. I had these comfy like beanbag kind of chairs. That's another great idea, is to use like a beanbag chair with some pillows and little things beside it, maybe a little reading lamp. It's like the environment that we're in, it makes such a difference. So I think it's really important. Another thing to do, like if you're trying to make like a cozy spot when you are even in the car, like maybe you have like a cute little basket that has a variety of different kinds of books and maybe a stuffed friend in there too that they can read to. And that basket goes back and forth with you, and periodically, pretty frequently, you change out the book so that there's like a new book for them to read on the way to or from school or to or from the grocery store or wherever you're traveling. Keeping them occupied in the car is a win-win for everyone. And we don't need to necessarily get out the tablets. We can get out the books. We can have books in the car, books ready to go. We want books by the toilet, books, in the car. We want books in places where kids tend to get bored, books in line, books in your purse, books in your bag, those kinds of things. Like we're pulling out a book, it makes a huge difference. And it just shows that reading can be done at any time, and we can stop in the moment and enjoy reading. And if we get bored, hey, reading's a great solution to that, because we can go into different worlds and different experiences. And we want to show kids that reading is like necessary, and it's important, and it's fun, and it feels good, and we feel comfortable. And so that is why they matter. So those are just a few ideas. Tents can be really cheap. You can get them at Goodwill. The little gauzy thing is not so expensive. You can find that on Amazon. You could take a cardboard box and decorate it with your child, and let that be like their reading car, or their reading box, or their reading fort. Forts are another great thing to do. But we used to build forts, my kids and I, in the dining room. We'd throw a blanket over the top of the dining room table, and move the chairs and have it like this cozy little area. And they'd throw blankets and pillows, and again, stuffed animals and books. And we'd bring in flashlights or even a little reading lamp. And it would be such a fun way to spend a rainy day. It would build connections, and it was just a really special time to get kids excited about reading. And they will do it more often when it feels like something special like that. So that's just an idea. We want to encourage these daily reading habits with our children. We want them to feel like this is something that we do regularly, and we also want it to feel like something special. So I hope that these little tips helped you. And we are on day 6 of the 31-day live challenge. I had some technical difficulties yesterday. I've had a couple of days of technical difficulties, but so far, so good today. So I hope that you will continue to join me in Readers in the Making, because together we are building more confident, joyful readers, one page at a time. See you next time.